Shalom. All praise to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakadash. Much respect to the brothers that are out there preaching and teaching the truth worldwide across the four corners of the earth, risking their lives and freedom for this truth. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect, the house of David, and the Akim and Akwaf that might be listening to this lesson on today. This is your brother Abba Jabbar coming through with another lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. And the title of my lesson is Continue to Encourage Others. And encouraging others is to inspire someone with courage, hope, or spirit, or to help them feel confident and able to do something. Now, as pertaining to this truth, we have to encourage each other daily. There's a multitude of things that we could be going through as believers, and knowing that this truth is not easy, period, that we have to do throughout the day, throughout our time that we have left. We know that we're at the end of this thing. Multiple things have happened. The prophecies are just jumping off the page as far as the scriptures, and we know that there's encouragement needed in this truth for us to continue on this righteous path. So without further ado, I'm going to jump into the scriptures. This is basically going to be a quick hit, but the message in this lesson is that we don't know what each other are going through, and we have to constantly and consistently check on each other as brothers and a few sisters that are sincere, and make sure that we're, letting each other know that we got each other's back, and faith is necessary, faith is needed, belief and trust in this word is needed, but we know our strength comes from Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai as well. So we have to encourage each other just to continue on this path. We don't have much longer to be in this wicked kingdom, but each and every day we need that motivation, we need that passion to do this work, so encouragement is needed. So without further ado, I'm going to go into Proverbs 12:25, and it reads, it says, heaviness in the heart of man maketh it stoop, but a good word maketh it glad. So, when you worry, when you doubt and you fear, then you could be weighed down with that. But an encouraging word can help in your situation, in all of our situations. We go through a multitude of things. We could be thinking upon finances, we could be thinking upon family, anything could happen, even our walk, we could be, feeling a way about. So we need that encouragement, and it's helpful. Is also necessary to have someone to be in your corner, to not have that lone wolf spirit to where you think you can do it on by yourself, and to have brothers, to back you when you're doing this work, because it can be heavy at times. Acts 20:35 reads, it says, I have showed you all things, how that so laboring ye ought to support the weak, and to remember the words of the Lord Yahweh Shai, how he said it is more blessed to give than to receive. So with that being said, we know that we have different levels of brothers in this truth. Some have just come into it, some have been in it for a multitude of years, and we have to keep encouraging each other. Even those that have been into it for a multitude of years, we have to keep encouraging each other, because, like I said, the days are getting shorter, but the stress level, the anxiety, the depression could hit anyone at any time, and we have to be there for one another. We have to continue to encourage each other to stand in the midst of adversity, and do it with the scriptures, because that's the only way that we're going to be able to do anything anyway, because the power comes from the scriptures. But we know that we have to continue, to give, because it is like, the scripture says, more blessed to give than to receive. So not look for something back always, but always be willing to be there and be on point when needed, and not even wait till someone tells you, but to always check in and always check up on your brothers, because it's needed. Romans 15:4 reads, it says, for whatsoever things were written afore were written for our learning, that we through patience and comfort of the scriptures might have hope. So these scriptures give us hope. These scriptures give us what we need as we patiently wait on these prophecies to be fulfilled and as the word to come through. You know, we know that we can rely on these scriptures before we rely on anything. And we know we can get a multitude of things from these scriptures, but we can also get the power to fight, the strength to stand, and the ability to understand what things are coming to pass and go about it the right manner and not fall short because we're leaning to our own understanding of it. 1 Thessalonians 5:11 reads, it says, "Wherefore comfort yourselves together and edify one another, even as also ye do." So we need to continue to encourage one another. We need to constantly, be in contact and help one another in areas that we know that may be a weakness, and even encourage each other in the strengths that we do have to let each other know that, hey, you're necessary. You have a purpose to do those things and continue to do those things because they're needed, and continue to edify each other, continue to, give each other the good word, to get the scriptures that will help in a manner to where they will be able to identify with their situation and be built up also in that same time that you are giving them, the strength that you have. Hebrews 3:13 reads, it says, "But exhort one another daily, while it is called today, lest any of you be hardened through the deceitfulness of sin." So we have to continue to warn each other about the things that are coming about. We have to continue to encourage each other through it, while we still have time, while it's still today, because otherwise we can have somebody on our watch fall out of this truth because they fell into sin, because they didn't have anybody there for them. They didn't have anybody to build them up when they needed it. They didn't have anybody to stand with them when they felt weak. We have to make sure that we're encouraging each other, and it's daily, not when we feel like it, but daily, because this is not one of those things that you can just pick up and put down. If you have a brother that you truly care about, make sure that they're okay. Make sure that they have the things they need, because every day is a spiritual battle. Every day is even a physical battle sometimes, but we know that we war not against flesh and blood, but it's a spiritual warfare that's going on each and every day. So we need to be there to encourage one another. And that brings me to Hebrews 10:24-25, and it reads, it says, "And let us consider one another to provoke unto love and to good works, not forsaking the assembly of ourselves together, as the manner of some is, but exhorting one another, and so much the more as ye see the day approaching." Because we know, once again, there's things that's happened and there's things that are happening. We can go as far as the ports, people striking as far as that's concerned, and we know things are going to happen as far as that. We know the missiles being launched, from Iran to Israel. There's a multitude of things that are happening as we go day by day, that is prophecies being fulfilled. And we can't wait until the last minute and start doing things. We have to be doing things consistently now. We know the day is drawing near that Yahushua is going to return. So we have to continue to motivate each other. We have to continue to push one another. We have to continue to encourage one another, because those are the things that Yahweh Shem Yahshua wants us to do for one another. We have to love our neighbor. And those are our brothers and a few sisters that are in this faith. And we have to continue to push forward. We have to continue to pray for one another. We have to continue to be there. If someone needs a listening ear, be there. If someone needs something, as far as help, be there. And it's all just necessary in this time and throughout this walk, because we can't do it alone. And Yahweh Shem Yahshua knows what we need. And we just have to follow the Spirit when it comes to dealing with our brothers and a few sisters, and continuing to encourage them daily, and know that it's not about us, but it's all about Yahweh Shem Yahshua, and His will is going to be done anyway. So we just have to be used as the vessels that we are, and continue on in our purpose. And part of that purpose is to be there for each other, to encourage one another, to love one another, and to give what we have in order for them, those that are in need, to be able to continue on in this walk, because we are of the hopeful elect. And being part of that hopeful elect means that we have to do more than what the average person is out here doing. Yeah, we have jobs. Yeah, we have things that are going on in our family life. But this truth is what's going to get us the salvation that we really desire. So we have to do the work. And part of that work is encouraging one another. So with that being said, that's the conclusion of my lesson. I pray that all that were listening were edified. And once again, it's about encouraging others. So, as I always do at the end of my lesson, I give praise to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Kakadash. And until my next lesson, Shalom.